Hey guys, I wanted to take a minute to talk to you about spaciousness. I was supposed to get a 10-minute dip in the ocean, but there are too many tourists and no parking, and I needed to give the car back. And so I said, let me take a dip, and there was no one in here. And there are many times that this is filled with people. And I said to myself, this is divinely where I was directed, even though I was thinking, I really want some salt water. And so immediately, because I had done a lot of cleanup and home projects today, I said, all right, I'm gonna get my exercise in. And I said, started setting goals for how many laps I would do. And what happened was, it was so calm and so beautiful. You could hear the music of the carnival in the background. It was so calm and so beautiful that I said, I just need to float. That's what I felt, is I just needed to float. And so that's what I did for the majority of the time that I've been in the pool. And now I've just done a couple of laps, actually a fair amount, but I didn't do them in any kind of rushed way. And you've all heard me talking a lot about this mystic athlete approach, and it's really about a balance of listening to your body and your mind, and then the body-mind connection also is really interesting because it's not about just meditating and things. It's also, I know I've talked about this recently, but that kind of intense drive that you might have, or maybe don't. I know I do. Obviously, I'm constantly doing these challenges and things, and knowing for me a challenge can include rest. So I just offer that to you to remember what it is when you get this moment of spaciousness. And maybe it's not in a pool or a choice between the ocean and pool. I realize what a gift and a privilege that is. But maybe it's the chance to, either if you spend a lot of time alone, it's the chance to be and connect with people that you care about. Or if you're constantly surrounded by people, it might be a chance to sit and read 5 pages of a book you've wanted to read. I'm really learning to, this word is probably overused, but I'm learning to appreciate that beauty of the small moments. Somebody might call it a micro moment, but I'm really learning to appreciate this little spaciousness and know that I was divinely guided, and that was just listening and knowing too that there's this part of me that just wants to, I'm in the midst of decluttering my art studio, office, home. I'm getting rid of so much, and I just want to spend hours and hours doing that. And yet I know there's that yin and yang of the drive to clean out your closet one day, but not exhaust myself because I'm going to that carnival and I'm riding some rides in the dark with the lights. And I also I have an old blog post that talks about it was about faith and boredom and wine women and divine noticing. And this Jesuit priest that I went to listen to talked about how he would have conversations with God in the pool, and I just started having conversations with God in the pool, and then asked for guidance on book 2 of Selma, and just started thinking through some of the pieces that I want to work on. And I almost started writing first thing in the morning, and then I just pulled some cards for a friend and for myself because that's what I was called to do. And I can feel the itch and the call for Selma. I'm really getting excited to just dig back into that book. So think about what you want to dedicate yourself to, how you can find the spaciousness for it, and even if they're those micro moments, because starting on Selma's 3rd birthday, August 8th, 88, my lucky number, I'm really planning on doing something fun for myself that has to do. and I started pulling down some of my books. I have one on birds to research for Xavier. Xavier has a really cool talent. One thing I have to warn you about is that as I work on the book and share parts and pieces, I'll give you spoiler alerts because there's some really cool and exciting character development that's happening in the book. Just talking to you about it is so exciting. Some of you may remember Pemba. She is was the Spice Lady. If you haven't read. So just to wrap, the book is really shaping up, and I have a lot of research to do. I just pulled down one of my books on Zanzibar. That's where Pemba is from. She was named after one of the islands in the book, which I guess seems kind of funny to do, but it worked for book one, and she's going to stick with. So if you have something that you're thinking that you wish you would work on, whether it was your health or learning to cook, learning a new language, I am toying with that idea of really digging into my craft of writing and art in a way that is intentional, either daily or I had 5 times a week for 25 minutes for a while. That worked really, really well until some major things happened in my life that needed attention. And so I just accepted that was what was going to have to shift away. And I'm okay with that. That's one thing that I wanted to encourage you, whether you're kind of aspiring to be healthier, right, do something big in terms of your dreams, is there are times that your life circumstances they just don't support it, and that's okay. Even so, though, I don't know if you participated in my tiny project, but trying to get little things done to clear clutter away. Leo Balbuda of Zen Habits has a decluttering challenge right now. That can be really good. So I just want to encourage all of us to float and have spaciousness and look for those little small moments to appreciate that, and also to keep inching with actual incremental practical action toward the dreams that we have, and they don't have to be big giant dreams. I've been talking to another friend about the great beauty of mediocrity, and that may sound kind of funny because Cheryl Stray did a very cool talk on that. That may sound counter, to the culture, that productivity culture. Sometimes it's just doing a good enough job also means that you have enough left to do like the whole entire job instead of burning or being so caffeinated. I think the crows are telling me it's time to go. All right. I hope this was helpful and that it was fun for you to come in this pool with me, and that you have a really fantastic weekday, month, and give some thought to that whole, if you're interested in digging into something with me around August 8th. All right, bye. And you don't have to do it on social media. Just do it for yourself. Bye.